Robert Hartwell was one of my first teachers. He is supportive and kind and empathetic, but he's going to make you work your butt off, and he will not settle for less than your best.
What students learn here is like nothing else you will learn anywhere else.
If I could have had a program like this, I, first of all, would have had way more confidence that I knew what I was doing. I wish I had a program like this growing up. I'm from Minnesota, and I took dance classes and voice lessons, but never had the opportunity to work with Broadway stars firsthand. And so I feel like these kids are getting the opportunity of a lifetime. And
had I a program like this growing up, I think my confidence levels would have been far more intact, knowing that I was capable, that I could do whatever it was that I set my mind out to do.
If you get in a program like this, like I wish I would have been leaps and bounds to where I was today.
You have access to like resources and people here that other programs don't have.
I think having the light into what it might be like to work on Broadway and get to work with Broadway performers would be just a huge opportunity to learn, to understand what it's like, how hard it is, and how amazing and rewarding it can be.
I love the culmination of all the artists coming together to really impart on these young kids how important training is and how important critical feedback is to help them start their careers.
It's really, really important to know how hard you have to work.
You are drilling your talents and you're trying to next level what your abilities are.
I feel like these kids are getting the opportunity of a lifetime to get to hone their skills.
Comprehensive singing, dancing, and acting, those are all the things that make for a real career.
These kids have a huge leg up on everybody else that's coming to New York around them. The Broadway Collective is preparing them to step right into the business. I can teach anybody to dance, but I can't teach them necessarily to be passionate. And the Broadway Collective has some of the most passionate students I've ever worked with.
They support each other while still challenging each other, which is the best environment for growth. I wish I would have had that as a kid.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love that video so much. It makes me so happy, all of those incredible faces. For those of you that do not know me, I am Robert Hartwell. I am the founder and artistic director of the Broadway Collective. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself and about us a little later on, but welcome to Charting Your Course. All right, so here's the thing. Tonight we are talking about the 10 ways that you can be a successful musical theater student at home. 1, we are going to be looking at what you are currently doing in your training as a musical theater student at home. 2, examining the people you are currently surrounding yourself with while being an artist at home. We are also going to do an honest check-in about community. Who are you surrounding yourself with now that you are an artist at home? How are you staying connected, and who is currently in your corner? And 3, we are going to be talking about your current mindset while having to make so many adjustments with this new way of learning at home. 4, charting your course to introduce 10 new ways for you to be a successful musical theater student at home, because you know we love structure and you know that we love routine. And so we are going to be filling out this incredible chart tonight. It's going to be epic. And finally, number 5, we are discussing how we can make your dream a reality even when times seem as though they are tough. So just a little disclaimer about tonight. I always say, and I got this from my friend Jasmine, she says, I do not talk fast, you listen slow. So tonight, if you feel like, oh my God, Robert, you are talking so fast, no boo-boo, you need to turn those ears up and get this good word tonight, all right? So a little bit about me. When I was 7, I told my single mom that I wanted to be on Broadway. I had the incredible opportunity at 23 to make my Broadway debut in Memphis the Musical, and I have performed in 5 Broadway musicals: Memphis, Nice Work If You Can Get It, Cinderella, Motown, and Hello Dolly with Bette Midler. I have also been in 2 national tours, Dreamgirls and also Motown. I have performed on the Tony Awards 3 times, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade 2 times, and I received my high school diploma from the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, School of Drama. And I am just gonna tell you right now, I am a bit of a nerd. I graduated summa cum laude with my BFA in musical theater from the University of Michigan. Go Blue! I've spent 10 years years as a Broadway performer here in New York City, but I am also a director and choreographer. I've had the opportunity to go back to the University of Michigan, and I've also worked at Music Theater of Wichita. I served as the assistant director on Once on This Island, the first national tour. I have also worked at North Carolina Theater as a director and choreographer, and last spring I made my debut assistant directing at Lincoln Center here in New York City. And I don't know, I'm sure probably some of you know, but recently I purchased an 1820 mansion that went completely viral on Facebook and Instagram. And I was like, what is happening? And so much has changed in my life in the past few months. And recently, it's something that was so cool. C and Pharrell did a new music video, and it's called Entrepreneur. And they emailed us and were like, hey, Robert, will you come and dance on our music video? And I was like, and Kathleen, she was right there, like, hand a Bible. We were like, is this spam? It is my favorite email that I have ever opened in my life. So if Pharrell and Jay-Z ever email, when they email you, open it and respond, okay? And I say all of this to show our students and parents that musical theater can provide you your biggest dream if you will commit to the work. Let's talk about the work for a second. I'm gonna say that one more time. Musical theater will and can supply your biggest dreams if you will commit to the work. In the comments right now, you need to put, I'm going to have to commit to the work, yes? It's something that not a lot of us wanna talk about, and it's something, I think, because of our mindset. And don't worry, we're gonna talk about mindset tonight, all right? Because at the end of the day, Broadway is not a hobby. Y'all, I am not here to brag, but I am hopefully here to inspire you. Broadway has provided me a 6-figure income, a 7-figure company that employs over 200 Broadway industry professionals in the middle of a pandemic, and a home that I paid for in cash. So the next time that you tell your child that musical theater is a hobby, I am here to let you know it ain't no hobby. This is a career if you put in the work, all right? But seriously though, my proudest accomplishment, besides being Elizabeth McNeil's son, who is, I've seen her in the comments tonight, she is here. Hey mom, besides being her son, it is creating the Broadway Collective in 2016. And at the Broadway Collective, our mission is to train the next generation of Broadway. We begin working with students at age 12, and after coaching with us, our students succeed in this competitively rigorous high school and college application and audition process. They land roles, and they network with the industry's leading experts. We are training the next generation of Broadway, and it is something that I am so proud to get the opportunity to be a part of. So welcome to tonight, and let's chart your course. All right, so this is what I want you to do. On your chart, on the outermost ring, on number 1, I want you to put the word squad. Put the word squad. All right, because here's the thing, friends. 95% of your success or failure in life is determined by the people that you associate with. Y'all, Harvard said that, and I say it all the time. If Harvard said it, I believe it because Elle Woods believed it, and look what it did for her, all right? And also, according to research by a psychologist at Harvard, the people that you habitually associate with determine as much as 95% of your success or failure in life. Because here's the real tea. Those who hang out with high achievers improve their own performance, all right? And those who hang out with underachievers, they see that their performance suffers. And the researchers, they concluded that while the students didn't choose their friends because of their friends' grades, those who hung out with high achievers improved their own performance. And what about those who hung out with underachievers? You guessed it, my love dove. Their grades dropped, all right? So at the end of the day, squad goals truly matter. And speaking of squad, I want you to know that tonight we have some really special friends that are going to be here with us. Now, we are here live in New York City, but I asked some of them a little earlier in the week some questions, and they sent me in some videos. So you're going to see them, and some of them will also probably be in the comments live as well. But she doesn't know that this is about to happen. But Kathleen, I need you to come up here right now. Sit down, sit. She's like, I'm just trying to run the slides. So, all right, so this is what we gotta talk about. boo, we tricked you. You're here for life, okay? You are here to learn how to show comes down to the people that you associate yourself with, okay? Kathleen came into my life, and I told our gathered students this summer, but y'all, when I bought that house, I truly meant it when I shared it on Facebook for it to be for my friends and family. I was not looking to go viral. I didn't even know what that meant. Like, I truly, like, fame, that's not me. I spent 10 years of my life in the ensemble of Broadway shows. I've enjoyed my anonymity. I've loved my life here in New York City. And I'm not gonna lie, it scared the actual crap out of me. Many new followers showed up. So many people started emailing me for opportunities, and honestly, it scared me. It really scared me. And this woman right here said, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. And she said, I'm going to help support you. And she started going through the emails, and the emails that were scary for me, she was like, I got you, yes? And I'm here, like, truly to let you know there are some really incredible things that are going to happen in my life and in my family's life because I had a good friend that said, hey, you can handle this. You can do this. And if I hadn't had that push, I don't think everything would be turning out how it is happening. So I am so grateful for your friendship and for your love and for being in my squad. I now want to ask Curtis, one of our students. I know that he sometimes felt isolated in his local community and that he also struggled to find friends. I don't know if that's any of you out there, who shared his same musical theater interests. So I want to know, Curtis, how did this community, how did leveling up your squad goals here at Hello Broadway, how did it help you?
Before joining the Broadway Collective, it was really easy to feel alone in my talents and like I wasn't as accepted as I could be because I come from a very small sports-oriented town, and so I always kind of felt like, well, I don't know if I can really make it on Broadway because I don't feel that support from community. But then I found the Broadway Collective, and it has showed me that it doesn't matter where you're from or how big or small of a town that you're from. If you want your dreams to happen and you are willing to work for it, then they will happen for you someday.
Thank you so much for that, Curtis. So what is really exciting at Hello Broadway is that we are going to be podding our students by age groups. We learned this summer at Gathered that when we have our 6th and 7th and 8th graders together, and our 9th and 10th graders together, and our juniors and our seniors together, and our friends that are out of college together, it just makes for a much richer community experience for them. So if you are looking for a community, a squad of people that are like-minded and in your age group, Hello Broadway, it is the place to be. So what I want you to do is right underneath the word squad, I want you to put in that center ring, I want you to put the word pod. Number 2, mentors. So go on ahead and put on that chart right now. Number 2 is mentors. Michael Jordan said, I don't want teammates if I can't call on them. I am so here for that, because here's the thing. You gotta be able to pass the ball to people, right? You gotta be able to have a supportive group of people, but beyond that, you gotta have the right coaches in your head. You have to have the right mentors speaking life into you versus the opposite, yes? Because from working with so many students over the years now, some of the things that I have heard that teachers have said to students, I truly believe not everyone is called or gifted to be working with young people, and it is something that we are very proud of and take very, very seriously. So I want you to really sit and think of who is in my ear, who is in my space, who is lifting me up, who is telling me that I am a seed in the ground, but I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna spring forth and I'm gonna be something even more incredible than I even imagined going into the ground. That is who you want. So I asked Andy Jones, one of our coaches in Hello Broadway, I said, Andy, In Hello Broadway, students learn what it takes to succeed in musical theater from people who are actually doing it. Why is this kind of mentorship so important?
You get to work with and be coached by someone who's walked the path that you're trying to walk. You have people you're working with who understand what it feels like to want to be on Broadway. And you're working with professionals who are continuing to level up during a pandemic. This is the time to level up. This is the time to work on yourselves, because as soon as we can gather again, Broadway is going to explode. And if all of the professionals are leveling up right now, shouldn't you be doing the same if you want to be a professional?
Andy, thank you so much for that. You know, I tell students all of the time, you can't be it if you don't see it, yes? So the opportunity that you get to have in Hello Broadway is that every single week you are connecting with a Broadway performer, someone that you say that you want to be, and I don't think that there is any greater mentor than that. So what I want you now to do right under mentor is put the word support, yes? So yes, we need those mentors, but what those mentors provide for us in Hello Broadway is support. All right, number 3, we are at plan. I'm gonna say that one more time, plan. I'm going to say that one more time, number 3, plan. Also, put that in the comments for me right now, plan, because I know if we are really talking about plans, everything has been what? It's been canceled. But here's the thing, we have an opportunity to make new plans. We have an opportunity to reimagine how we can still, even now, bring in structure and routine. And why this is so important is without it, you are going to feel lost, yes? If I think about that seed in the ground one more time, just like kind of like, what is happening? Honey, you give that seed a plan and you say, I'm gonna tell you right now, in 3 months you're gonna be here, in 6 months you're gonna be here, in 9 months you're gonna be here. I'm gonna tell you what that seed is gonna do, honey. She's gonna jump, okay? She's gonna go up. I'm so sorry, Eric. Live TV. But here's the thing. I asked Hillary, who is our student development director, I said, Hill, what is the one thing about the Hello Broadway curriculum plan that you are most proud of? Let's hear what she said.
The key to success of our students that commit to our training for at least a year, if not multiple years, is our very structured curriculum. That's both our musical theater training curriculum in Hello Broadway, which covers all genres across the board, whether it be contemporary musical theater songs, hip-hop dances, classic musical theater, Shakespeare monologues. We are covering it all. We are making well-rounded people because that is the other side of what makes a successful artist. Our curriculum includes mental health and wellness exercises and webinars, goal setting, time management exercises. These things are also what's going to set our students apart when they're in the real world, when they're in college, when they're in their performing arts high school, because they're not only pushed and stretched as artists in our performance curriculum, but we're also challenging them as people and building skills and instilling skills in them that are going to serve them for the rest of their lives.
Hillary, I love you so much. So you all, right underneath the word plan, I want you to put curriculum. Curriculum, curriculum, curriculum. I'm living for these threes and number 3 right now. And the reason that curriculum is so important is because I think that it is highway robbery when we invest in educational outlets and we are not given a syllabus, we are not given a plan, we are not given a curriculum, yes? As structured and rigorous as your middle and high school and college experience is when you go into an academic classroom, that is the same level of focus, that is the same level of shoe at Hello Broadway. I believe even more so for arts education, because of how the artist brain kind of works like noodles, you need a plan, you need a curriculum, and that is what we are most proud of at Hello Broadway, and that is what you will have, a plan and a curriculum. Number 4, technique. Let's talk about it, because I told y'all earlier, Broadway is not a hobby, but it is a career. The thing about Broadway is that it's not like middle school or high school or even college where you do the show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then you go off and, go play with your friends. No, it is every single day. You have one day off a week. On Tuesday, you have a show at 7 p.m. On Wednesday, you have a show at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. On Thursday, you have rehearsal from 12 to 5 p.m. and then a show at 7. On Friday, you have rehearsal from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. and a show at 8. On Saturday, you have a show at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. And on Sunday, you have a show at 3. And then on Monday, you run to the chiropractor, you run to your therapist, you run to Trader Joe's, you try and see Bay, you try and call your family, you go and do your laundry, you say your prayers, and you hold your crystals, and then guess what? It's Tuesday and you're back at the theater again. How do you do all of it? You must have technique. That is the only way you're going to be able to survive this. And if you're like, well, Robert, I'm not there yet. Here's the thing. You start getting ready now, yes? Because it's simply not enough to just go to your studio and have a showcase. No, boo. Do you know first, second, third, fourth, and fifth? Do you know the positions, yes? Vocally, do you have the mix between your mix and your belt? Like all of these technical things that are so vitally important. And if you're like, well, Robert, I'm trapped at home right now. First off, get that out of your mind. You're not trapped, boo. You're safe, all right? If you are live here right now and I'm still seeing y'all's comments, you are safe at home. You are not trapped, which means, you know what? You can be working on your technique from home. So here's the thing. I talked to one of our students, Jack. When you joined Hello Broadway, he was pretty behind, as far as technique, but he caught up. So what I want to ask him is, how did Hello Broadway help you polish your dance, voice, and acting techniques?
Hello Broadway has helped you prep for the workload that you're gonna have later in life. And the great artists, the best artists, are the ones who work when they don't want to work. So at home, when you don't want to work, the people who work there are the ones that are becoming better and better and better. Not just in the studio, not just at their voice lesson, not just at their acting coaching, but when they practice it at home, they push themselves to be better. Hello Broadway preps you for that. It preps you for consistency and a workload. It is so rewarding. Like, oh my gosh, I did that. I learned that song. I learned that dance. I did that monologue. I sat through that meeting that Robert had with somebody else. Like, I did all those things, and I should be proud of myself for the person that I am now. But if you know that you are sitting at home, putting in the work, doing the work, you should be proud of yourself. You should know that you're going to become a better artist by putting in that work.
Thank you so much for that. I love you, I love you, I love you. And here's the thing, right under the word technique, I want you to put foundation. One more time, foundation. Because when you have technique, you have a foundation, all right? All right, so I want to tell you a quick story. So last week, I had to go, I always say had to. No, you never had to do anything. You got the opportunity to go up to your new house. I got to go up to my new house, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous about it because I was having a meeting with the structural engineer, yes? And I was nervous because I truly thought that he was gonna say, house, really, really beautiful, but it's crumbling and you just made a terrible investment, yes? And I know for the grown-ups on the call, they're like, you didn't have an inspection before you purchased it? Sure didn't. Kids, I would not advise that. Go have the inspection before you purchase your home. But anyway, so I am at the inspection and, you know, he does all of the inspection work, and then at the end he said to me, he said, listen, Robert, he goes, there is a lot of work to do on the inside of this house. He said, but your house was built 200 years ago, and he said it should not still be standing in the way that it is. And I said, well, what is that? He said the foundation is firm. He said the foundation is solid. And why that like hit me in my gut is because that is the same thing that technique will do for you, okay? Technique will give you the foundation that you are able to do 8 shows without worry. Technique will give you the foundation that when you're a senior in high school and it is time to audition for your dream college and you got a little tickle in your throat. You know what will save the day? Technique. You'll be able to sing around that sickness. Yes, the same thing with your dancing and your acting. So I'm here to let you know, number 4 is so important. It's technique because it gives you the foundation to do it all. Number 5, accountability. Accountability is so important because I know that so many of you right now feel lost, all right? And I tell our students all of the time, our facts are, we're live! Our feelings are not facts, yes? So accountability means that we have a network of people, whether that be your mentors or whether that be your squad, that is holding you accountable, yes? So it is so important right now, even more so as an artist at home, to have built-in accountability in your curriculum, or else, I'm not gonna lie, the work is not gonna get done. And if it does get done, it may not get done with joy. And if you aren't leading with joy, I don't know why you even lead in at all, yes? So I asked Maggie, I said, Maggie, you used to feel not so confident about your dancing abilities. You were the one who was always dancing in the back row, reluctant to step forward. But I will tell you right now, we were in Denver at a Hello Broadway live class and you got asked to step into the front row. I would love for you to talk about that moment. Were you nervous, kind of like me when I went to that meeting last week, but I found out my foundation was firm. Hey! So Maggie, what I want to know, how did it feel and how has your confidence now grown since then?
I was asked to step in the front row. I was asked to dance at the staircase. And I was asked what I wanted. And for the first time ever, I clearly said I want to be on Broadway. Normally, if someone had asked me that in the blue in front of a bunch of people, I would have been like, oh, well, you know, I think I want it and I hope. No. I clearly said I want this. And I was able to do that because the Broadway Collective, every person on their team works to create a safe space so that you can make the scary, uncomfortable choice and do the thing that you really want to do, but you've been hesitating. There's no room for that. They make you feel encouraged and loved enough so that you can make that choice for yourself to show up. I'm forever grateful for that day, as it's changed me as a person and as an artist. I show up to everything in my life differently, and they've helped me believe in myself.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Again, why accountability is so important, because at Hello Broadway, we have a set schedule, yes? This schedule is going to, 1, show you exactly every single week what assignment is due when, yes? And also beyond that, there's going to be built-in accountability for knowing exactly when you have assignments coming in, but also when they are due and when we're having lives and when we are best supporting you. So I want you to put right now under accountability, schedule. So they say right now that Broadway is, at an intermission, which would mean, as Hillary would say, halftime. But Jeff would always say, every day is game day. So every day is game day, especially here at the Broadway Collective. So what I want to do really quickly is just do a really, really quick recap of where we are so far. Yes. Number 1, we said it is all about squad. Yes. Number 2, it is all about mentors. Number 3, it is about that plan. Number 4, it is about that technique. And number 5, it is about accountability, because I'm also just obsessed with this chart. So I need to know right now in the comments right now, are you living for the chart so far? Just put a living in the comments, and the number of eyes means how much you're living for it, okay? So again, if you do have that squad, you then have a pod of people, yes? If you have those mentors, you then have a support network. If you have a plan, you then have a curriculum that you can trust. If you have technique, you have a foundation to stand on, hallelujah. And if you have accountability, you have a schedule. If I can get an amen, put an amen in the comments right now. Number 6, let's talk about visualization. One more time, let's talk about visualization. And I'm sure you're like, well, one, if it were me, I'd be like, how do you spell that? But the reality of it is, I said a little earlier, if you don't see it, how can you be it, right? Which is why we pair you all in our mentoring with people that are doing the thing that you say that you want to do. But I want to go a step further, right? I just want to go a little deeper. And the reality is, if you can't see it, then you will not be it. I'm gonna say that one more time, and we should get t-shirts made of this because this is good. If you can't see it, then you can't be it, yes? Which means you have to start seeing a larger dream, a larger goal, a larger vision for yourself. And that is something that we work on with our students every single week in Hello Broadway, which is why we said, right here at the center, where is it that you want to be, right? It's why we asked our students, we said, hey boo, where do you want to be in 12 months? Because if you can't see it, then how will it even come to be? So I want to talk to Lachelle. She is she's just everything, she's epic, but she is one of our life coaches in our Hello Broadway Academy. And so, Lachelle, I want to know, what is one way that we teach our Hello Broadway students how to visualize and make a plan?
At Hello Broadway, we teach our students to plan for their dreams by defining their vision. We do that in a lot of fun and freeing ways. Like, there's an activity we do where we guide students through describing the most elaborate details about a moment they want to experience in the future, like winning a Tony. So the questions are, what would you be wearing when you win this Tony? Who's on the red carpet with you? How heavy is the award in your hands? Will you be reading your acceptance speech from a note card or your cell phone? You see, once you can define in great detail what that moment will be, you begin to feel it. And once you begin to feel it, you begin to magnetize it to you. See, at Hello Broadway, we know that vision is power and magic. And we also know that believing is seeing, not the other way around.
So here is the thing. First off, Lachelle, you are epic, you are goddess, you are joy, you are light. I love you, I love you, I love you. But the reality is, friends, is that when we visualize, we then have a plan. I'm gonna say it one more time. When we visualize and when we write it on paper, right? Here's the thing, why do we write all of this out? Yes, it's not busy work. It's not. It's visualization work, because the second that you start to take pen to paper and say what it is that you want and see for what your life could be, you're making a plan. You're making a plan, and you are making a plan. So right underneath visualization, I want you to write plan, because that is what we are doing in Hello Broadway, making a plan. Number 7, and I don't know if you all know anything about the meaning of numbers, but 7 is about completion, right? And I think it's so pretty perfect that for number 7, we chose to put wellness. One more time, it is wellness, because The reality of the situation is, I don't like to say we're dealing with a lot right now because I don't want to give this moment more power than it is, but I like to say it's not a little, right? It's not a little. So with that, even more than ever, we have to deposit into our wellness, yes? Our mental wellness, our health. What are we physically doing? How are we still moving our bodies that allow it to feel like we are making something joyous happen, even in the midst of everything that is happening, right? So it is something that is so important to us. And I asked Joseph, who is one of our alumni, Joseph, you said that Hello Broadway saved you. And I'm going to tell you right now, as someone who, you know, in 2015, when I got the idea for this company of like, I honestly kept asking the universe, like, why? Like, why won't this inner voice leave me of like, hey, you have to do this thing? And it's honestly because of students like Joseph. When someone tells you that this community saved them, you know that you're here for more than singing and dancing and acting. So I'd love to ask you, Joseph, what did you mean by that?
Hi, brief trigger warning, I mentioned suicide and depression, but when I say Hello Broadway has literally saved me, I mean that they have. I've had bouts with suicide and I continue to have fights with depression, and Hello Broadway and the Broadway Collective were the only programs and people who were constantly telling me I was worth it, that I had self-worth, that I was worthy of being loved, of being here, and etc. And not only did they train me to be a good actor, but they trained me to be a good person and to love myself. And I don't know if I would be alive without that today, and I don't know if I would be here studying musical theater today. And I don't know if I would be one of, I think, the only musical theater, like, actor a part of this program that is an out non-binary actor that is being avidly trained for that.
Thank you so much for that, Joseph. I want to ask Tyler. Tyler, as a Broadway performer, why is it so important to take good care of yourself and have a wellness routine?
In Hello Broadway, we are determined to make sure that our students are healthy. Yeah, that they learn the craft as well as learn how to manage their life, their humanity.
Thank you so much for that, Tyler. So here's the thing, friends. When we begin to put the focus on our wellness, we then become what we like to think of as whole, yes? So right under wellness, I want you to put wholeness underneath, yes? Because at Hello Broadway, again, like I've been saying all night, it's not just about the singing, the dancing, and the acting. We have to work on the person first. So that is why every single week we are working with a productivity coach, we are working with licensed therapists and health coaches so that we are taking care of your mind, your body, and your spirit, because if those are not whole and if those are not well, then how can we then begin to play a character if we cannot even embody ourselves? So, it's wellness and it's wholeness. Number 8, it is point of view. And I know right now you're talking like, Robert, what are you talking about point of view? It is how do you see a character, but beyond how do you see a character, how do you see yourself, yes? This is so vitally important, especially as an artist at home, because you're working on material and you're not really having, you know, maybe classmates that you're seeing their work all of the time, which is why it is now even more important than ever to have your point of view of the character and again of yourself. So I want to ask Kate Lumpkin, who is our head of education and also a casting director here in New York City. Kate, I want to know, why is having a point of view so important, and how in Hello Broadway do we help our students develop and structure their very own point of view?
It is the things that make you inherently and uniquely yourself, the thing that nobody else has experienced. Your point of view is based on your life. Every single opportunity in Hello Broadway will help illuminate something specific and unique unique about your point of view. It's really incredible. And most importantly, not only do we help you explore it, we then help you learn how to talk about it, how to craft a statement that says, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and this is how I express it through my art. It is the secret sauce that is what makes you the performer that you really truly want to be. It's really important as you start auditioning for colleges and start, becoming a professional, being able to verbalize what your point of view is and how you apply it to your art is going to be a game changer.
Thank you so much for that, Kate. And here is the thing, friends. When we work and hone in on our point of view, what it gives us, and I want you to write it down right underneath point of view right now, is expansion. Again, I'm gonna say that one more time, expansion, because expansion means that you then have the ability to take material and go any sort of way. And beyond that, you also get the opportunity to, I hate using this word, but cut through the competition, because that's just the reality of this business. Yes, because here's the thing, in Hello Broadway, every single week our students are getting material, right? And you're like, well, Robert, how do all of these students then, do it differently, or how does it work? Point of view, and one more time, point of view. Because as an actor here in New York City, you all get the same side, but the person that gets the job, the person that comes in with a point of view, and that, my friends, is expansion. Number 9, let's talk about assessment. Something that nobody wants to talk about, okay? That means, as Kate Lumpkin always says, our areas for growth, yes? Because some of us, I'm sure, on this call, and I'd love to know right now, if you lead with dance, if you were like, I am a diva dancer, I will give you 32 fouettes, but my singing might be a little skiddly bops. Now, I lead with dance. If you lead with acting, put in the comments right now, I lead with acting. Or if you lead with voice, I want you to put in the comments right now, I lead with voice. Because here's the thing, until you are able to honestly assess where it is that you are, not only in your training, but truly in the broad spectrum of where it is that you want to go, I don't think you're going to get to where you say it is that you want to go. So I want to ask Kate right now. Kate, can you explain why it is so important for our students to learn how to assess their work?
You have to be good at taking feedback, and it is something that we make sure is a huge part of the curriculum at Hello Broadway, is learning how to not only be better emotionally about taking feedback, but truly how to hear feedback and how to implement strategic changes from it. A lot of students who come to our program, when they first start and they start getting feedback from their coaches and from the community, I can see that it's really difficult for them. I can see that they're not necessarily great at hearing someone challenge something that they've created. But after a few months, it's amazing to see the transition. When people start to learn and grow and realize that feedback is not a negative, it is the only thing that is truly going to help you grow as an artist. And when they have that click in, aha moment of oh, this isn't actually to hurt me, this is to make me better. And then that goes into their songs and their dances and their monologue. It is amazing to see what happens to their art.
Kate, I adore you. Thank you so much for that. So here's the thing, friends. Right underneath assessment, I want you to put the word feedback. Yes, I want you to just put it. I know it may make some of us very uncomfortable. Here is the thing. Change is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable, but it is necessary for your survival, even in this time. So until you are able to start truly assessing where it is that you are and having people give you honest feedback, not feedback that is going to break you and just make you cry, but truly to break something open in you, I don't think you're going to get to where it is that you say that you want to be. So right again underneath assessment, I want you to put feedback. That is why every single week in Hello Broadway, we are giving our students honest feedback from Broadway performers who are currently working in the industry, because if you can learn at your age right now how to honestly assess where it is that you are, but where it is that you want to go, I think you're going to get there a lot faster. And I'm sure if you ask your parents, it might have been pretty difficult for them when they got to their big job out of college and had their first year-end review, right? Why? Because they had never developed the skills of assessment and feedback. You get the opportunity to do that now as a young person, yes? So again, right underneath assessment, I want you to put feedback because, boo, it's vital. Friends, we are at number 10. We are at number 10, and number 10 is tools, all right? And I'm sure you're asking, okay, Robert, what do you mean by tools? This is what I mean by tools, all right? So if we go back to the example of my house, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, if a construction worker says to themselves, I am coming to your house and I am going to fix the leaky faucet, yes? And they show up with no tools, boo, how you gonna fix my leaky faucet? You don't have no tools, okay? So you can say of, hey, I fix leaky faucets, but unless you have the tools to show that you fix leaky faucets, like I wanna see a full tool belt, then you are not coming in my house. And the same is true about musical theater. If you do not have the tools, what then can you come into the audition room with? You will have nothing, yes? You also won't have a foundation, which we talked about earlier, technique, yes? So it comes down to tools. So I want to talk to one of our parents, Amy, and I want to ask her, what are some of the tools that your daughter has gained in Hello Broadway?
The gift of Hello Broadway continues to give and give and give. It's doing the work. The skills required to be a part of the program teach you how this industry will work, the discipline, the organization, the deadlines to make sure it happens, knowing how to do a self-tape in dancing, acting, and singing, the confidence that has ensued because of the regular work. I think one of the biggest gifts is always feedback. She has learned how to give and receive that feedback and know that it's something that she needs to put into practice and that's gonna help her grow. So wherever this child lands, whether it's on Broadway, in multiple audition rooms, she knows how to coach and be coached, and I know she's gonna exceed because of the life skills that she has here. She is a better person for having attended this program. I see evidence of it daily.
Thank you so much for that, Amy. And the reality is that when we have tools, and by the way, I wanna know right now, what are some tools that are lacking in your toolkit? Put in the comments for me right now. Is it the vocal technique? Is it the acting technique? Is it the dance technique? What is it? What is that tool right now that you're like, either it's a little, weak, or if it's just non-existent, it's also non-existent, and that's cool. That's why we're here, right? I want to know in the comments right now, because here's the thing. When you get those tools all together, you then have what I like to call, and I want you to write it down right underneath tools, you have an arsenal. You have an arsenal, yes? And what that gives you is confidence. When I went to college, one of the things that I did that I'm still most proud of, that I think is a reason that I'm truly sitting here right now, is I really invested in my audition arsenal. I really took a lot of time and figured out songs that worked well for me, dance styles that worked really well for me, monologues that worked really well for me. So then when I got to New York City, I was able to walk into a room and I was able to have something that I could firmly plant my feet down and say, this is who I am, this is what I have to offer, because I had tools, so I had an arsenal. I had an arsenal of strength, yes? And that, I believe, is how truly I'm here right now, and it's how you can do the same. So I want you right now to really get serious about the tools that you need, and truly I want to ask you right now, do you want an arsenal? Do you want an arsenal? Put in the comments for me right now, yes or no. So here's the thing, I have one final charge for you. I'm going to ask you some questions, and if you fully believe them, we are now going to fill in that inner ring. But don't put the word that I tell you to put in if you do not believe it, all right? So if you are down to be 100% honest with me over the next 30 seconds, I need you to put right now, I'm gonna keep it 100. Put it in the comments right now, I'm gonna keep it 100, because that is going to keep you honest with with me, okay? And I will come and I will find you if you're not, all right? So here's my questions for you. 1, if you believe that having a squad will give you a pod and give you a feeling of, I have people that are for me, I want you to put in that inner ring right there, I want you to put the word yes, all right? Moving on to number 2, if you believe that mentors will give you the support to go to the place that you say where you say you want to be because they are doing it, I want you to put the word I'm, okay? Again, I said the word I'm, I''M. All right, number 3, if you believe that having a plan is going to give you a curriculum that is, again, going to set you apart, I want you to put the word ready, yes? Number 4, if you believe that having technique is going to give you a foundation to stand on, something that will stand bigger than the dream that you're even currently dreaming for yourself, I want you to put the word to. T-O, all right? Number 5, if you believe that having accountability is going to give you a schedule, I want you to put the word walk, all right? Number 6, if you believe that being able to do visualization is going to give you a plan, I want you to put the word into, all right? Moving on, number 7, if you believe that wellness is going to bring wholeness into your life, I need you to put the word all right? Moving on to number 8. If you believe that really, truly having a point of view as a person is going to give you expansion, I want you to put Number 9, if you believe, again, only if you believe that truly being able to assess yourself with honest, critical feedback is going to set you apart and set you to a new level, I want you to put the word for, yes? And number 10, I want you to ask yourself if you truly believe that having tools is going to give you an arsenal of strength and give you a platform of power, I want you to put the word me. If you believe, my charge to you, my mantra to you is, yes, I am ready to walk into all that is for me. Again, yes, I am ready to walk into all that's for me. The reason that I said for you is because this moment is for you. And I know a lot of you, probably even your adults, feel like this moment right now is against you. It is not. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, but the only thing that will be against you is if you do not use this moment. Lachelle Wooden, who you just met earlier, and works with our students, she said something to me so powerful at the top of the summer when I was having my moment of like, oh my gosh, what is happening to my life? She said, this moment will not harm you. You must ride this wave. And that is exactly what we are asking you to do today. So many of you are sitting at home right now and I'm saying this with love, but I'm just gonna say it, you are playing victim. You are simply in the ground, okay? And some of you, I'm going to keep it real with you, you haven't even given your seed the opportunity to get into the ground. That is why we are here tonight, friends, because truly, I want you to be able to say, yes, I'm ready to walk into all that's for me. This is for me. This dream would not have been given to you if it was not for you, but it's going to require some different things. Those different things may be a little different than what you've heard in your neighborhood, yes? Squad, mentors, plan, technique, accountability, visualization, wellness, point of view, assessment tools. Those are all things that we are working on every single week in Hello Broadway, yes? Hello Broadway is our online academy where every single week our students are connecting not only with the best of the best in Broadway, yes, but they are surrounded by people who want the same thing that they want, yes? Again, why did I have Kathleen sit here? Because your squad matters, yes? Why do we bring in the mentors that we bring in? Because your support system matters, yes? So can I sit here right now and talk about all of the monologues that you're gonna work on in Hello Broadway and all of the songs and all of the dances? Yes, I could, but here's the thing. What's most important right now is that circle, and what you said was where you wanted to be. That is what is most important right now. All of those things that we talked about, that will get you, to where it is that you say you want to be. So what I want to do is I want to invite you to join us in Hello Broadway. It is a weekly opportunity to connect with a squad of people and a support system of mentors and a curriculum and a plan that is going to give you a point of view, that is going to be able to assess, because you are giving yourself the opportunity every single week to get honest and constructive feedback from Broadway performers on your work. And here's the thing. It is our last time that we are opening the doors to this academy this year in 2020, in the year that none of us expected, but the year that all of us needed. I'm going to say that one more time. In the year that none of us expected, but in the year that all of us needed. This is an opportunity right now to ride the wave. This is an opportunity right now to put the seed in the ground and to say, oh, in 12 months, something could be different because of what I do right now. So what I want to encourage you to do is to join us in Hello Broadway. Join this incredible community of artists, this incredible community of not only dreamers, but of doers, people that are truly every single week saying, hey, this is more important at that center of the circle than this current moment. Yeah? I think that is how we get through this. Yeah? I think that's how that seed then starts to come up. Yes? I know that you can be somewhere so special in 12 months, but it is going to be directly connected to the decision that you make today to say, yes, I'm ready to walk into all that is for me. So the real of the real of the real is we were only going to accept 50 students to join us in this final trimester of Hello Broadway to then work with us for the next 12 months. But we reached out to our alumni first because, of course, like we want to make sure that they're taken care of. And right now we have 36 spots left. Yes, there are a lot of you on this call and your comments have been coming through all night and it's been so thrilling. So here's the thing. Now is the time, now is the time, now is the time. And what's most exciting is that there are some really incredible things. Oh, y'all are so great. Some really incredible things that we are adding into the program. One, we are going to be potting our students by age group. Two, there are going to be mentorship calls every single month that are broken down to that small pod of students. So even more one-on-one and individual coaching time. The third, even more wellness. Yes, we're bringing in a productivity coach as well as a licensed therapist and a licensed life coach. Yes. We're also going to, again, like I said, have time management calls because I know so many of you are like, I need help with my time. Yes, because here's the thing. Hello Broadway is a 3 to 5 hour commitment a week. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you cannot make some sacrifices in your schedule to commit 3 to 5 hours a week on your goal, this is not going to happen, boo. But I believe, and I've seen, because of the wins of our students and the testimonies of our teachers, that those students that then do decide to sacrifice some things, whether that be time or whether that be financial resource, to be able to do something like Hello Broadway, those 3 to 5 hours become absolutely transformational for them. The other thing is we are having Technique Tuesdays, because what did we say Technique was? It was a foundation. So are we going to be giving you more songs, monologues, and dances every single week? Yes, hallelujah. But the technique is still so important because, again, it's the foundation, yes? So we'll be having live technique master classes as well. And if you're not able to attend it live, the replays will always be available to you. The next thing is, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm so excited about it. It is a physical course book that is going to be coming to you. Yes. If you join Hello Broadway for this final trimester of the year for the next 12 months, we are going to be sending a swag box, like a box to you, a Hello Broadway goodie box. Inside of it is going to be your course book for the trimester. There will also be some special swag, and there will also be your syllabus and also some other very, very incredible goodies that I cannot wait to share with you. So the doors are open for Hello Broadway. Again, this is our last opportunity that we are taking students this year. We so want to work with you because we know that even now, that center of the circle is possible. It is so possible, it is so possible, but it is directly connected to you saying, yes, I am ready to walk into all that is for me. This moment is for you. This opportunity is for you. So what I want you to do is to now take it. Take it, because my friend, it will not harm you. It will not harm you. It will not harm you. So I am so excited to say doors are open. So what you can do right now is click below and you can grab one of those spots because they are gonna go so quickly. They are gonna go so quickly. So I wanna ask you right now on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no, not at all, 10 being yes. I want to know, are you ready to walk into all that is for you? On a 1 to 10, put that in the comments for me right now. And while we do that, I also want to let you know the ring light is still coming to you, okay? So we have 10 ring lights, all right? So what we are going to do, 1, we are going to be sending all of you your standout self-tape guide for being here live, but also we will also be doing a drawing for the ring lights. But here's the thing, again, the most important thing is that center of the circle. And if you are a parent that's out there right now, you know what lights your child up. You know what lights them up. And I think right now, if we all had the permission and the opportunity to go into our dream, even though it feels different, there is no telling where we can be in 12 months. And I think we can be right there. So I just want to thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you, thank you. If you have any more questions, I am going to let you all go register right now. I'm going to answer those in a little bit, but I want you to know we have a very, very fun feature. If you go down bit, there is a video ask, and what you can do is you can sit and you can send us a question, and we have some of our Broadway performers who are our coaches in Hello Broadway that are standing by to give you an answer to your question. Now this question is directly about Hello Broadway. If you have a question about our curriculum, if you have a question about how we structure feedback, how we structure our community, yes, that is a place to ask. Yes, you all so much for joining us live from New York City tonight. Go get yourselves into Hello Broadway, and I cannot wait to see all that this journey has for you. Thank you again for tonight. Bye, friends.
This online community, I have made so many friends that I talk to every day, and I know that I will have a lifelong bond with these people.
This community is really validating to me, and it's like, okay, I'm not crazy, I'm not being stupid for wanting to actually pursue this, because all of these people want the same thing as me, and they're out there.
I have never met so many people who want to do what I do and who love what I love.
We are all here because we want the same things. We all are here because we want to work, and we're going to cheer each other on and not tear each other down. And I was just so used to the tearing each other down part that it was like a breath of fresh air.
Being in the Hello Broadway community and seeing all the people that are like dancing just as good as you are and singing better than you are and acting like, it pushes me to be better. And I think it's put me in a different mindset. I don't think I would have that mindset without Hello Broadway, because that was when I first was able to be around people just as determined as me.
One of the things that I think gets into young teenagers that want to be Broadway performers is they think it's not cool to care. But through Hello Broadway, they're like, no, it's okay to care, and it's more than okay to care and go full out every time and put 3 to 5 hours every week into this training.
Getting to work with people that are in the industry now just has a completely different vibe with it. I feel like it inspires you more when you see that people are doing what you want to do, and now they're passing that knowledge on to you. It put me in a more professional headspace and made me think of myself more as a professional. And then my training came first, and that definitely did not come until I went to Hello Broadway.
Let us rejoice because the doors are open for Broadway's online academy, Hello Broadway. It's our online coaching program for student performers aspiring to be on Broadway. And for the last time this year, we are accepting students who want to develop their singing, dancing, and acting skills all from home and under the professional guidance of Broadway performers. And look, this isn't just a musical theater skills training program because we have evolved the program to also provide personalized guidance on helping our students achieve their wellness and personal development goals. So whether that's to star in your high school musical, get into a competitive college program, or even pursue a career in musical theater, we got you, all right? Because we've developed new ways to help you get there with our health and mental wellness coaching, time management sessions, and grouping students by age so that we are able to help your exact needs. This is the same program that helped Abby get cast as the lead in her high school musical and into a top college program. Zara grow her confidence with the chance to be mentored weekly by Broadway performers, and Hunter have his choice of BFA musical theater college programs. But truly, I think one of the most important pieces about the program are the connections that you're going to make inside, because you're not only connecting with actual Broadway performers, which are amazing, and they represent 18 of the 22 shows on Broadway, but you are making lifelong friendships with students just like you who are truly craving a positive online musical theater community right now. So, the program starts on Monday, October 5th, but the deadline to register is Thursday, September 24th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, this is the last chance to sign up for Hello Broadway in 2020. So, click below or swipe up and I will see you in the Academy.
What surprised me the most was how much like one-on-one and like personalized feedback we got. The coaches really go through each and every one and they know your name and they remember what you did last month. So I think what really surprised me is like how much they knew me and they knew where I was growing month to month.
What surprised me the most was how open the schedule was and how easily accessible the program was, because I remember when I started, I just remember I was like, I have all these vacations and traveling days coming up, like I can't do this. But the first assignment I did, I literally learned it in the car.
It's definitely given me the confidence that I'm able to pick things up. And when I do shows, like I did a show last year, they recognized my professionalism and how I took my work seriously. And that's how I got a better role than I did the year before.
As a person, it's definitely made me more responsible because I've been able to manage things better. Like it really does help my management skills.
I think that Hello Broadway has made me more adaptable, not only as an artist, but as a person.
I think training right now is like so important because this is the time to do it.
When given like the choice, ooh, do I want to do a community show or do I want to do training? Most people choose, I want to do the show. They're doing Newsies, they're doing whatever it may be. They want to do the show, but right now when we can't really do shows, now is the perfect time, I think, to do training, especially when you're at home with so much time. Why not now to put in the effort?
The best work comes when it's not an ideal situation, and this is definitely not an ideal situation, but what better opportunity do you have to create work and to improve and to take a situation that has brought a lot of people sadness and bring something that you can be proud of.
At the Broadway Collective, we are dedicated to making premier musical theater training accessible to young aspiring performers, no matter where they are in the world. Our online academy, Hello Broadway, delivers the long-term benefits of our in-person training experience with vocals, acting, dance, and audition technique coaching to life in a digital classroom. Hello Broadway was developed and produced by Broadway performers with musical theater BFA degrees because we know exactly what it takes to make it in this industry, whether you're in high school, collegiate, or even if you're trying to go after this at the professional level. Our online classroom offers weekly video masterclasses, personalized feedback from Broadway performers who are currently working in the industry, and the dance, vocal, and monologue materials that you are going to need to build a comprehensive audition-ready portfolio. I'm Robert Hartwell. I am the founder and artistic director of the Broadway Collective, where our mission is to train the next generation of Broadway artists. I'm a graduate of the University of Michigan's BFA Musical Theater degree program, and I've had the opportunity to spend the last 10 years as a Broadway performer here in New York City, performing in 5 Broadway shows and 2 national tours. And when I am not busy running the Broadway Collective, I am also a director and choreographer, and I currently serve as the assistant director on the first national tour of the Tony Award-winning musical Once on This Island. And you guys, I told my mom at 7 years old that I wanted to be on Broadway, and I have got to tell you, if I could go back and do it all again, I wish that I would have had a program like Hello Broadway where I could get my singing, my dancing, and my acting and artistic mentorship in one place. We know finding the time for training can be tough when you are juggling school, family, and friends, so we thoughtfully designed Hello Broadway to be flexible enough to work within your schedule, yet structured enough to provide weekly training to help you gain the skills and the results that you need in the time that you have. So, curious to see how we get our students' results? Let's take a closer look. At the beginning of each week, a Broadway expert, that is a performer or casting professional currently working in the industry, sets the stage for that week's skills training through a short video masterclass.
Right? Someone who's declaring that they're gonna do something they've never done before, they're not shifting around on their feet. You're not like, you know, you're not moseying around. You are planted.
Okay.
All right, so I just want you to focus. I want you to think about that. You have roots in the ground that are planting you, that are allowing you to go forward on this journey, yeah?
Okay. You will hear from Tony Award-winning performers, take in choreography inspired by Broadway's biggest shows, and join artistic mentorship lessons with talent agents, directors, stage managers, and other Broadway experts, all from your smartphone. And by hearing directly from experts currently working in the industry, you gain new perspectives and refine your industry knowledge. Here's a few of our recent coaches to give you an idea of the caliber of our coaching roster.
It does teach you what it means to be a human in the world and how to express yourself.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
To come in and go, I'm game. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm here to play.
Totally.
And say out loud, I'm going to be okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I think you have to find your passion, find your purpose, and let life be the journey.
Students then download the provided learning materials, sheet music, accompaniment tracks, monologues, choreographic tutorials, and learn their audition cut for that week. After uploading a performance of that week's assignment, the student will receive personalized, specific, and actionable feedback straight from their Broadway coach. That means you have weekly opportunities to have your work constructively critiqued by Broadway's biggest stars and industry insiders.
When you inhale and you take in breath, your lungs expand and your ribs move outward and your diaphragm goes down. And when we're singing, we like to try and keep the diaphragm down as long as possible. Also, pull in your belly button. Try to pull your belly button toward your back. That will help with support. It will take some of the strain off.
That brings me to the second pillar of our programs, a supportive peer learning community. Because when you enter into our Hello Broadway online classroom, you are expected and encouraged to engage. Because the diversity of skill level, backgrounds, and experiences is central to the learning process. It's typical to see Hello Broadway students from all across the US, even internationally, in our program. Here are a few ways that you will interact with other aspiring performing artists in Hello Broadway. First, by participating in our weekly performance reviews on Canvas, which is the industry's leading online learning platform, you will share your performance videos and have access to your fellow classmates' performances and feedback so that you can further enrich your learning experience. Here, you will also be able to pose questions, share your support for other classmates' performances, and instantly receive recognition for your efforts. Secondly, you will be encouraged to live within our exclusive Hello Broadway Facebook group. Here you will chat with other students, connect with your coaches, and receive access to the Broadway Collective extras like surprise guest live interviews, wellness and nutrition recommendations, and truly so much more. Now listen, we recognize that students face a lot of pressures when training for their dream. That's why we've added a new feature to Hello Broadway. Time management and stress management exercises led by life coaches and also licensed therapists. Each month, you will join a group video call that provides you with the toolkit that you are going to need to stay focused, calm, and confident about your performance. These are the tools that you are going to need for successful auditions, whether it be a college program of your choice or the role of a lifetime. Finally, at the end of each trimester, our students undergo an assessment with their Broadway coaches. Now, this assessment not only evaluates the students' current progress in the program, but it sketches a roadmap for future success, both in and out of Hello Broadway. Now, friends, I know that you want to work on Broadway one day, and we want to help you get there. And that is why we created an online learning experience that brings young aspiring performers together and gives them real-world, real-time musical theater training from the most qualified, successful Broadway performers working today. I'll see you in the Academy.